It's Theresa J with It's Beautiful Me Clothing with Core 94.
The following episode of the Quarantine Chronicles is brought to you by It's Beautiful Me Clothing, the plus-size fashion boutique specializing in thick. Shop online, itsbeautifulmeclothing.com, and follow on Instagram at It's Beautiful Me Clothing and at It's Beautiful Me.
Yo, welcome to another episode of the Quarantine Chronicles on the Core 94. I'm your host, DG Bags, and today we have a very special guest. We're talking a model, photographer, entrepreneur, black excellence in the flesh, just a woman you want to meet, know, and be like if you're a male or a female. Without further ado, Miss Theresa J of It's Beautiful Me Clothing.
Hi. I got to have you announce me everywhere I go. I love talking.
I had to lay it out there, had to lay it down. You know what I mean? Rita, how are you? Yeah, that's you.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm here in Houston with you. Are you in Dallas right now?
Yes, I'm in Dallas.
Okay, what y'all looking like on the corona right now?
We don't know how to act. We do not know how to act. Everybody's best life. Yeah, so.
Ain't nobody stopping nothing. Not me, though. I got to protect the bag. I'm staying in the house.
Oh, me too. Definitely. I be here and I be at home. Other than that, I'm good. But I see everybody else, clubs, restaurants, bar, whatever they want to do, they doing.
Yeah. Well, you know, I want to get right into it. I want to talk about It's Beautiful Me Clothing. What inspired you? How long have you been doing it? What made it take off? You know what I'm saying? I already know it's the plus size women and the unique shape of women. So I know a lot of women have a hard time, especially black women, when your waist is small but your hips are wide, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So tell me what inspired you with the clothing.
Yeah, a lot of times I was like trying to like go to regular stores in the mall or something. I'd be like, y'all got plus size? No, or they would always say they don't have it, or it's like a little corner in the back, or like check us out online. But we couldn't never just go in a store and just get cute stuff. So I was like, well, you know what? It's a market for this. I have a big following. Like people always asking me, where do I find my clothes? So I just decided that I'm online all day anyway, cracking up, sharing little funny stuff. Like might as well, since I'm wasting all that time, might as well make some money. And in the meantime, do what I love at the same time, which is like keeping my curvy girls fly. So I decided to launch in 2016 and 4 years now. So I'm just blessed.
So did you were you a model first, or did you just start modeling your own clothes?
I just started modeling my own clothes because everybody was like, where do you shop or where do you get that? And I was taking a million selfies, like literally more than I take now. Everybody was like, where you shop, girl? And I would just have my little shoes on, my little outfit, post it just for some likes. But then they started asking me, so I was like, I'm gonna refer them back to myself other than just making all these companies money. So I just decided to roll with it and it's been great.
Yeah, and you know that's crazy what you just said, because I wanted to ask you about that too. You know, with you being a model, and even though you having your own brand, how many other companies approach you? Does like the Fashion Novas, or because you know they're really competition, but they want to reel you in as well. You know, because I see a lot of women wear your clothes and repost it and share it as well.
Yes, I did like Fashion Nova, Flat Tummy Tea, all the typical ones that everybody are kind of repping for. They did approach me, but I worked with Fashion Nova for just like a little minute. And then I was like, wait, it ain't no money in this. Like, I'm just wearing y'all clothes to be wearing y'all clothes. No. I was like, I do these 4 outfits for y'all, and then I don't want to continue. Like, I don't like if my analytics are saying 2 million people saw this post and y'all want me to do it for a dress, I'm good. I'm good. So.
Well, you know, I was on your live the other day and you was talking, you know what I'm saying, being inspirational, because I think there's a lot that you have to say and that a lot of women should take heed to, you know what I'm saying, because I know you just went through a lot, you just had a surgery. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And, you know, it's just about posting and staying stiff behind your brand, even if you might be getting 2 likes here today or 20 today and sticking with it. And then I heard your mama come in there and lay down some heavy jewels. So I want to talk about mama, your inspiration, and the things that you just went through and overcame.
Yeah, my mama, she is definitely like behind everything that I do. Like she just believed in me so much that I'd be like, man, I can't fail. Like that's my mama. But when I first started my business in 2016. I was scared. I only had 9 products. I was like, man, I got this little baby store. Nobody gonna support me. So I launched it, and then that first day I made $300, right?
Mm.
And I was like, all right.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah.
I released it at night. It was like 11 o'clock at night. So from 11 to midnight, that first day I made 300. I was like, man, I could do this. And then like the next day, it was like, I ain't get nothing. And then like the next day
Mm,
it was nothing. Then the next day, like 20, 30. What I was like, what's going on? And
mm,
so when I tell people to stand behind their brand, and like just keep putting the work in and it's gonna work out and then keep working some more, it's because it's true. I lived it. Like I lived that for 4 years, just like never knowing, like with being like just working for yourself, you don't know who gonna shop with you, who not. You can't depend on it. So you have to work hard regardless. Now I'm up over like 500 products. Like I said, I started with 9. So I got
mhm.
500 different things to sell now, and I'm just like keep building, building, building. Like I'm not gonna stop because I set little goals like I want to make 300 a day. I want to make 1,000 a day. I want to make this, this, this. But it come true. You got to speak it, speak it, speak it, speak it, and then that's how you take off. And then you got to put the work in. It's not easy. We make it
So,
look because we just look like we take pictures all day, right?
mhm,
No, you up here 3 o'clock in the morning. You might be, man, I messed up this one. I messed up this one. I got to order this. I got to do this. I got to take
mhm,
pictures. I don't got time for this. I'm running around. And the crazy part about it is that, like, for the first until recently, where I had my surgery, I was the only one doing everything in my business, whether it's shipping, taking. I take my own pictures, everything, like professional pictures,
mm,
all that. Like I
mm,
did everything. So I know about hard work and just getting it. Like sometimes you work so hard and you be like, I just worked 18 hours today and I didn't make $1. Not
mhm.
to do it again. And you keep going and it catches up. I promise you.
It sure does. Well, can you tell us about the surgery and the severity of the situation?
Okay, so I had these tumors in my stomach growing. A lot
Mm,
of women do get them, but I found out not to the magnitude as far as how I got mine. So my biggest
mm,
one was the size literally of a watermelon. I had a watermelon sized tumor in my belly. I started off 2020 in the emergency room, admitted into the hospital.
wow.
And they was like, girl, you got a watermelon in your belly. I was like, who, me? Because last time y'all told me it was like little itty bitty, like I got time. It was like, no, you got a whole watermelon. And they was like, you got to get it out. And I was like, that's crazy. Then COVID hit. I couldn't get it out. So
Wow.
every day I'm in pain, suffering. They like, well, the reason it hurt is because it's crushing like all your organs, like your kidneys, your liver. It was so high up, it was hurting I had chest pains. Like I was like, my heart hurting. So the
Wow.
doctor, I got referred to a new doctor. And he was like, yo, this is crazy. You need to get this out now. And they had the other doctor, they was pushing back like COVID, COVID, you don't want to go in the hospital. I'm like, I can't make it. Like I'm in the bed
Yeah.
every day. Like I still was getting up every day, taking pictures, trying to like trying to look like myself, trying to be like, like I'm still shipping orders. I'm still doing everything since January. I barely got the surgery August 24th.
Wow.
Yeah, he told me I saw it, and when he said it was a watermelon, they took it out. It was literally like 2 babies put together. And he was like, most people don't survive stuff like that for that long, like even having it. So I'm just like, damn, I'm blessed to even be here. So
Mhm.
it was hard, but I literally still got up like every day and made an attempt to work on my business. And like this year, it was the best worst year ever. I made the most money I've ever
Mm. I agree. I agree.
sick the whole time. But I was like, everybody's like, you need to chill. You need to chill. I'm like, I can't. Like, I run my business. Like, I can't chill. So every day I was still getting up, still being the face of my brand. If you look on any of my social media, you can't see nothing about me being sick this whole
You
year.
don't miss a day. You don't. I would have never thought that. You don't miss a second. You don't miss a post. You don't miss a nothing.
Hard. It was hard. It was hard.
Mm.
I was like, before my surgery, I literally spent a week. Like they told me they was like, your surgery coming up. I was like, bet. I spent a week taking pictures so I wouldn't miss a beat while I was recovering. They told me I was gonna be down 6 weeks. I shot every day, as
Mm.
much energy as I had. I took it. I was like, all right, I got 4 pictures today, 4 outfits today. I'm gonna try for 5 tomorrow. And I tried to use other people, but people don't take to them as well. So I had to do the work. So
Yeah, you know how it go. You know how it go.
yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: how many people do you know? Well, how many people like hit you up in your DMs and want to, and then who you inspire want to be like you, whether it's a plus size model or just an entrepreneur or just a young black woman, period, that just like the way you move and how you do things. How often does it happen? And what are some of the things they ask you? And what do you reply with?
It happens every day, multiple times a day.
Mhm.
Where there's people just like, man, you inspire me to like be myself, to embrace my curves, to like, I want to be in business like you and I want to do it big like you. I'm like, I'm gonna tell you one thing you gotta do. Just start. That's the first thing you gotta do, start. And then when you
Mhm.
go to work, come home and work just as hard for yourself as you do for them people. I would tell them my
Mhm.
story. I'd be like, I had a job when I started for 3 months. I quit after 3 months. But I had a job when I started. I had a full-time job. I would work 8 hours and then I would come home. I would work 8 hours figuring out how to build a website, how to get my licenses, like read and
Mhm.
studying before I just like jumped in. But a lot of people like, I'm scared, like, I don't know what Imma do. Like, I'm like, you gotta start and you gotta be fearless. Like, you gotta spend that money, you gotta invest in yourself, you got to take the step, you gotta take the leap. And then after you do, you have to make sure you keep going and you constantly evolving and changing. And if something ain't working, figure out a better way to do it, but don't stop. Keep going and it'll be
Mhm.
good. Like everybody's always like, everybody got a boutique or everybody doing this. Okay, you gonna do it too. Just do it.
Mhm.
You don't have to worry about what they over there doing because if it's for you, it's for you. So I tell them
Mhm.
that, and I tell them don't ever, ever, ever feel ashamed about your body. Like, don't let nobody else make you feel a certain type of way about how you look. Like you got too many curves. Like what? People paying for that to get what's
Mhm.
naturally to you. Like, don't be ashamed. Don't let nobody fat shame you. Don't let nobody bring your self esteem down. Any of that.
Mhm.
Just be confident.
Well, you all did you always have that mindset? Because a lot of women just now knowing that they fine. But I know you from Texas, so me and I always appreciated the curves down here. So I know you didn't probably didn't have the same experiences that other women have. That just now knowing like, oh, I didn't know that plus size was in, or I didn't know that men were attracted to me. I was always wearing big shirts trying to cover my butt or such and such or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, were you always aware? Or do you just now coming to this like I'm not gonna be ashamed of my body in certain places or when I go to the mall or to the pool or etc.
Mhm. I wouldn't say that I was always 100% with it because
Mhm.
I used to be a tomboy. So
Mm.
I was on the wrestling team. Like
Stop.
I wrestled in high school and college. I was a good wrestler too. So
Oh, we need the footage. I gotta have it. I need footage. I
I
need
sent you
footage.
some, but look, I
Yeah.
was I was a tomboy, so I wasn't always dressing like this. This happened like when I got to college and like I started dating some dude. He's like, you just fix yourself up a little bit. I'm like, all right. But with wrestling and cutting weight and stuff all the time, it's just like, oh, I'm too heavy this week. So it do kind of play with you a little. In college, it messed with me a little bit, my weight. And I was just
Mhm.
like, damn, I'm too big. But after I got out,
True.
I was like, I'm not, we don't got to weigh in every week no more. I was like, I'm just going to get back to myself, like who I am. So afterwards, after I wrestled from being an athlete, I gained like 100 pounds. I had got to like three. I had got to like 300 something, right? And
Mhm.
I really thought the whole time I was just like, I still look good. Like
Mhm.
during that time, I wasn't letting nobody tell me nothing. Like I lost the weight, but before that, I wasn't like down about it, depressed or sad. I was just like, this is my journey. This is how I choose to look. And if I don't like it, I have to do something about it. And that's
What
when
college?
we
What
met.
college you go to?
It was a small school. It was in Kentucky. It was called University of the Cumberlands. And then I did grad school at Lindenwood University. I wasn't
Mm.
wrestling there anymore. I was coaching while I was going through grad school. So
Say that then, Black excellence in the flesh.
uh,
Okay, I got one more question to ask you before we get out of here. I don't want to hold you up. How
oh
did you get the name It's Beautiful Me?
like when Instagram started, I wanted to be It's Beautiful Me, but it was taken. So I had a big butt. So I just put booty and I was like, oh, it's available. And it was just I was being funny, but it just got really catchy. And so when I launched my brand, everybody was already calling me that. So I just kept it.
And it stuck too. Like, everybody knows it.
Like, it's beautiful me. I'd be like, my name's Theresa, sir. Thank you.
All right. Just like that, Miss Theresa J, you know what I'm saying? Entrepreneur, model, photographer, you know what I'm saying? Inspiration right there, you know what I mean? Lay it down before we get out of here. Can you tell everybody where they can find you, where they can find your clothes, if they want to reach you, if they want to do a partnership, a sponsorship, anything like that?
Of course. I'm on Instagram as It's Beautiful Me. My clothing page is Beautiful Me Clothing, and my website is www.itsbeautifulme.com. Yes.
Just
Everything
like that.
for me. Like if you want to find me, just type in, and I'm gonna be there.
Facts, facts, facts. All right, just like that, wrapping up another episode of Quarantine Chronicles. I'm your host, DG Bags. You can find me on Instagram at DG Bags. That's at DGBAGGS or at the Core 94. And make sure you tune into the core94.com where we give you the hottest content, hottest music, latest everything, period. I'd like to thank my special guest, Miss Theresa J. Make sure y'all follow her at It's Beautiful Me Clothing or at It's Beautiful Me for everything you need, plus and more. Just like that.